Yo guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're doing a barb chaining guide and I already prepared a list for you. We're gonna look at all the available chainers in the game and then we're gonna match them and see what fits best from KvK 1 to KvK 4. So in the first column we have the AP reducers. You want all of these commandos to be primary. If you have a chaining march, they need to be primary and you need to have AP reducing talents, which is either this one right here with the insight, or for the peacekeeping it's this one right here. Then we have the AoE commanders. At least one of them has to be in each chaining march. Same with the tanks, you need to have at least one tank per chaining march. And I've divided them in 3 categories. You have the full tanks, which can carry on their own. You have tank and AoE, which only need a little bit support or no support. Hera has a shielding factor and Chero has heal. Chero could run on his own as a single commander march. He doesn't need anybody's help, but Hera needs at least a half tank to keep him alive. And these are the half tanks right here. It's tanks who do have healing, but not enough to stay in a chain march on their own. At least not in KvK 4. In KvK 3 you can get away with using a half tank because the barbarians are weaker. So if we look at combining these, you could do something like, Quinn primary because it's only 7 chaining marches, right? And you put the Chajar secondary. Then you could do Cyrus primary and you could put Richard secondary. Then for example, you could put Zhuge primary and you could put Zenobia behind him. Now you already have 3 chaining marches. Then you could run the normal Boudica, the epic one, with Cheo behind him because Cheo really doesn't need anything and she's peacekeeping, so she gets the barb reduction. Then you could run CC or Lohar with Heracles and you already have 5 great chaining marches. And now you have to dig a little deeper. You could run something like Huo Cubing and he needs an AoE commander, so you could do Huo Philip, or you could do Huo YSG, or you could do Huo Matthias, which is a new garrison, or Lapu Lapu, which is an old garrison. For your 7th march you could do something like Boudica Prime with, let's just say, YSG, and here we're gonna use Lapu Lapu, okay? Just an example. So here you have 7 chaining marches that will all survive. SoC barbs, the KvK 4 barbs, and are gonna perform well for you. Obviously, many people don't have Boudica Prime, some people don't have Huo, especially if they're now going to KvK 3. It's not really recommended to invest in Huo. The rest should be pretty easy to get. If you're in KvK 1, we're gonna start KvK 1, you have to get Richard at least to 5111. You need to max the first skill for his healing. Don't put any gold hits in him, just get him from the wheel. For YSG comes, then you can get YSG. If you want to chain in KvK 1, you have to get YSG expertise. You should get YSG expertise regardless of what you're doing in KvK 1. Like, you have to get YSG, it's a must-have commander. If you don't want him later on, you can swap him, but he's still viable in Seas of Conquest, especially with Quinn. And then this is your only AoE chaining march in KvK 1. If you want to try fan-shaped chaining, you have to use Ethelflat, which is not a circle AoE, so it's not as easy to chain with. It is possible, but I wouldn't really recommend it. You can use something like Lohar Ethelflat. It's a decent combination, it will perform good. Or you could use CC Ethelflat. And in KvK 2 you get your 2nd circle AoE commander, which is Cyrus. The last skill is circle AoE, so you can run something like Cyrus Richard and then CC YSG in KvK 2. This has to be a T5 march for it to survive in KvK 2, just for your info. You could also do, if you have Archers T5, you could do Archer, you could do Cyrus YSG and then CC Richard and run the Cavalry T4. But these 4 are your main chaining commanders in KvK 2, which is 2 healers and 2 AoE commanders. And in KvK 3 you unlock everybody. If you just go into KvK 3, you're not gonna have commanders like Boudica Prime. You probably won't get someone like a Huo unless you run 2 calf marches. He's gonna be out of meta for a single calf march when the next combo release comes. Most likely. We never know, maybe it's shit. You're not gonna get someone like Lapu Lapu just for the AoE. You should use your MGEs if you get any and you don't have a rally or garrison commander role in your kingdom. On Zenobia, CY, and Heraclius. I got Heraclius from the commander recruitment event. You can get him there. You can also get Zenobia there. It depends how many gems you spent or how many speed ups you have and spent there. Huo is not really viable at this stage. You kind of need his expertise to chain with him because he only gets healing when he kills a unit, not when he procs a skill or when he does a basic attack. I personally could run 6 chaining marches to KvK 3 because CCYSG is tanky enough to survive. So these are my 6 marches, but it's not going to be tanky enough in Seas of Conquest, so I'll have to compact them a little bit and I can only run 5. Because I don't have Huo as a healer and I don't have Boudica Prime as a healer. And then someone like Chajar for healing, you can get from the wheel and she's good at a really low level. You don't need to upgrade her much. She has a lot of healing. Yeah, so to recap, these are the commanders you can use for chaining. You have to make your own mix and matches. Just remember to use these as primary and get the AP reduction talent. It's gonna help you out immensely. It's gonna give you a lot more rewards and make your time actually worth it. And you always have to pair AoE with a tank. Otherwise, your march will either die or you won't be able to chain. I hope this helped. Have fun guys and see you next time.